Imagine accidentally building a globally distributed enterprise sales team, like completely by accident.
Right, and entirely comprised of college students.
Yes, and then paying them absolutely nothing until, after the cash is already sitting in your bank account.
Which sounds, well, kind of impossible, but today we are looking at a company that basically hacked digital growth to do exactly that.
Welcome to today's deep dive, everyone. We've got a really fascinating mission today. We are looking at a stack of internal strategy documents for you.
Yeah, we've got slide decks, automated email sequence maps, basically a whole internal playbook from a company called EON AI Ventures.
Right, and specifically, we're unpacking their Ambassador Army program,
Exactly. And look, if you're studying business models or analyzing market growth or just looking for ways to scale a product without burning a ton of venture capital,
which everyone wants to do.
right. Well, this is just a masterclass. It is a perfectly engineered, self-funding growth engine.
And what I love is how positive the framing is in these internal files. Like, it's a genuine win-win. They empower students to monetize their own networks, and the company scales frictionlessly.
Yeah, the documents actually explicitly frame this entire growth engine around the Uber playbook.
Okay, the Uber playbook. Break that down for us.
So think about the fundamental mechanism of how Uber scaled, right? They didn't take on the crippling capital expenditure of buying fleets of cars.
Right, or hiring thousands of full-time drivers.
Exactly. They activated latent inventory. I mean, they found people who already owned cars and just gave them a platform.
So EON is doing the exact same thing, but for software distribution.
That's the hook. Yeah. They aren't hiring some expensive traditional enterprise sales team. They are activating students who already hold the product and, crucially, already have a localized network on campus.
It's brilliant. But, for a student to even consider doing this, the baseline offer has to be a no-brainer.
Oh, absolutely. The financial logic has to be rock solid. And EON doesn't skimp here at all. They offer a flat 30% recurring commission for 12 months.
30%? Wow.
Yeah, on every single referral.
Which is huge. So let's break the math down for you listening, because the slide decks outline two specific subscription tiers, right?
Uh-huh. The Spark and All-In plans.
Right. So first, you have the Spark plan at $19 a month. So 30% of that yields a $5.70 recurring monthly commission for the student ambassador.
Which doesn't sound like a lot until you stack it, right?
Exactly. And then there's the All-In plan at $49 a month, which yields a $14.70 commission.
And remember, that is recurring for a full year, assuming the person they referred, maintains their subscription.
Right.
But the financial design, it goes way beyond just the percentage. EON essentially removed all the traditional friction points of affiliate payouts.
Right. There are no earnings caps.
No caps, no geographic limits. So, like, a student in London can refer someone in Tokyo, and the system just processes it identically.
And it pays out on the first of every month, directly via Stripe.
Automatically. With, and this is key, absolutely no minimum withdrawal thresholds.
Okay, wait, I have to jump in here and play devil's advocate for a second.
Yeah, sure.
Usually, affiliate programs are like exclusive clubs, right? You have to apply, prove your traffic, wait for approval.
Yeah, it's a whole process.
So if EON bypasses vetting entirely, if they let literally anyone who buys a $19 subscription instantly represent them,
Yeah.
how do they avoid becoming like a spammy, multi-level marketing scheme?
Yeah, where's the quality control?
Exactly. Doesn't that destroy the brand's prestige?
Well, so here's a clear logic principle from the documents.
No.
Remove all barriers to entry at the exact moment of highest user intent.
Okay, meaning what exactly?
Meaning they don't need a formal application process because the purchase itself is the filter.
Oh, I see.
Right. If a user pays for the Spark or all-in plan, they are instantly, automatically qualified. They have validated the product with their own wallet.
You can't fake enthusiasm when you've just spent your own cash.
Exactly. Traditional programs force you to wait 2 weeks for an approval email, and by then, your excitement is totally gone. EON capitalizes on that post-purchase high and converts a buyer into a distributor in the exact same session.
That's incredibly smart. But, okay, giving someone a financial incentive is one thing. A typical college student is not a trained digital marketer.
No, definitely not.
A 30% commission doesn't teach you how to write copy that actually gets clicks. How does EON solve that execution problem?
Well, this is where we get to the next logical step in their strategy, completely erasing the friction of content creation.
The Ambassador Kit.
Yes. The moment a user subscribes, their dashboard unlocks this Ambassador Kit.
And looking at the internal documents, this kit has 6 pre-written, highly optimized, totally copy-paste templates.
Yeah, covering Instagram, WhatsApp, LinkedIn, and just personal email.
And it's not generic corporate fluff. They are handing these users literal, platform-specific behavioral hacks.
Oh, the tactical details in these templates are insane. They reveal such a deep understanding of social algorithms.
Like the WhatsApp one. Okay, so the template designed for large campus organization group chats, the very first character in the text they provide is a bar chart emoji.
Right. And think about why. In a sea of just gray text bubbles in a massive 300-person group chat, that single burst of color is a visual pattern interrupt.
It physically stops your thumb from scrolling.
Exactly. And the LinkedIn template is even more technical.
Right. It tells the user to put the link in the first comment.
Yes. It explicitly instructs the user to write their post, but to place their unique referral link down in the comments rather than in the main text of the post.
Because if you put it in the main post, the algorithm suppresses it, right?
Exactly. LinkedIn generates revenue by keeping you on their site. So their algorithm actively penalizes any post that routes traffic away.
Wow.
By putting it in the comments, the ambassador totally bypasses that penalty.
Okay, but again, I have a question. If thousands of students use the exact same pre-written templates, doesn't it run the massive risk of sounding like a literal spam bot? Like if I see 5 classmates post the same pitch, I'm muting them immediately.
That is the danger, yeah. But that brings us to the underlying psychology of the copy itself.
Right.
The templates are highly personalized data reveals. They are framed around vulnerability, not bravado.
Which ties back to the actual product, the EAFI score.
Exactly. EON's core offering generates an EAFI score, the Enterprise AI Fluency Index. It grades your practical ability to use AI tools in a corporate setting out of 100.
Right, and the copy-paste templates actually prompt the user to input their real score into the post.
Yes. The script literally says, I took this assessment and my score was lower than expected. I had no idea I was weak in these specific areas.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, by framing the pitch as a personal confession of a skill gap, it instantly disarms the reader's defense mechanisms.
It doesn't read like a marketing blast.
No, it reads like an authentic, peer-to-peer warning. Like, I thought I was ready for the job market, I wasn't, and you should probably check your own blind spots.
That is so subtle, but so powerful. But, okay, providing the tools and the motivation is one thing. Guaranteeing the student actually takes action is another.
Right. People get distracted.
Yeah, human nature. So how do they guarantee the student actually uses the templates?
That brings us to the meticulously crafted automated email sequence. It's a 3-stage sequence that triggers the second someone subscribes.
An email one is just pure math, right? It hits instantly.
Instantly. No marketing fluff. Just undeniable math. It says 10 friends equals $57 a month. 40 friends equals $228 a month.
Just showing them the money.
Yeah. The clear logic statement here is to shift their cognitive framework immediately. 5 minutes ago, they were a consumer. Now they are looking at how to establish passive income.
Then day 3 rolls around, email 2 hits.
And this one is pure social proof.
The Sophia R email.
Yes, Sophia R. from Buenos Aires. The email tells her story. She shared her EAFI score with her 4,200 Instagram followers, got 40 signups, and now makes $228 a month.
And it casually drops that she's currently sitting at $612 a month on the global leaderboard.
Which is brilliant psychology. Highlighting a user with 4,200 followers is a very deliberate, calculated choice.
Why that specific number?
It's the Goldilocks zone of social proof. It explicitly proves you don't need to be a massive influencer to cover your rent.
Right. She's not a celebrity, but she's not an anonymous bot either.
Exactly. If they use someone with 2 million followers making 50 grand, normal students would tune it out. It would feel totally unachievable. Sophia makes the goal concrete and real.
It reminds me so much of a well-designed video game tutorial.
Absolutely.
Like you load in, they show you the gold coins you can win, which is email 1. Then an NPC walks by to show you another player winning. That's Sophia in email 2. And then they hand you the controller.
That's a perfect analogy. And just as important as the emails is EON's hard stop rule.
Right. What is that?
The sequence map explicitly states that if a user activates their ambassador link at any point, they are instantly removed from the rest of the sequence.
Oh, to avoid annoying them.
Exactly. You don't want to spam your own unauthorized Salesforce. If they do the thing, you stop asking them to do the thing.
That's just good email hygiene.
Yeah.
But, okay, what happens if they don't activate? Because day 7 brings email 3, And this is where the strategy just blew my mind.
Oh yeah, Email 3 reveals the hidden power move. This is where EON is playing a much larger institutional game in the background.
The micro-radar B2B trigger.
Yes. So while the students are, happily chasing their $14 Stripe payouts on WhatsApp, EON is executing a massive B2B strategy.
Enterprise sales.
Right. And selling software to universities is notoriously brutal. Cold enterprise sales can take years to close.
Bureaucracy, security reviews.
Exactly.
So-
But EON has an auto-flag system. If 200 or more students from a single university domain like 200.edu addresses from the same school sign up independently, the system flags it.
And flags it for their internal radar sales team.
Yes. EON then approaches the institution directly for a full B2B partnership deal, completely bypassing the cold enterprise sales process.
Wait, so they can walk into a dean's office and say, hey, 200 of your students are already paying for this out of pocket.
Exactly. They think it's critical for their careers, so let's talk about a campus-wide license.
Wait, so these students are effectively acting as a globally distributed enterprise sales pipeline entirely by accident.
Entirely by accident. It is the pinnacle of positive corporate strategy. It's a seamless conversion of B2C hustle into B2B leverage.
Wow.
Every single student becomes a micro-radar, gathering localized market dominance and just handing EON warm leads on a silver platter.
And the student gets an institutional bonus if the deal actually closes, right?
They do, yeah. Which incentivizes them even more.
Okay, but managing all of this, building an enterprise sales pipeline, managing 10,000 micro salespeople, tracking all these commissions, it sounds incredibly expensive to run.
You'd think so, yeah.
So how does the math actually work for EON? Because the unit economics have to be wild.
Well, the math reveals the final piece of the puzzle. It costs EON absolutely nothing upfront.
Nothing how?
Let's look at their 90-day target from the slide deck. They project activating 1,000 ambassadors, averaging 15 referrals each.
Okay, so that's 15,000 newly acquired paying subscribers.
Right. And the revenue impact is massive. That equates to an impressive $285,000 impact on monthly annual recurring revenue.
Wait, monthly?
Yeah, monthly recurring revenue, MRR. So let's break down the gross versus net.
Okay, I have the numbers here. So 15,000 users at an average of $22 a month, blending the two tiers, that generates $330,000 in gross monthly revenue.
Yep.
And then subtracting the 30% ambassador commissions, which is about $99,000.
It's like having a marketing budget that only spends $1 after it has already guaranteed $3 in profit.
That is exactly the final clear logic statement. The entire program is 100% self-funded from the revenue it generates. Zero upfront customer acquisition cost.
Zero. Because commissions are tied directly to active subscriptions, EON takes on zero financial risk while achieving this exponential decentralized scaling.
It's brilliantly simple when you lay it out. I mean, for you listening, but just think about the architecture here. They give users an immediate 30% cut. They give them the exact copy-paste words to use, automate the encouragement, and then use their combined momentum to quietly secure massive university partnerships.
All without spending a dime up front.
It's incredible. But, before we wrap up, there is one final really provocative thread to pull on here that builds off the sources.
Yeah, and it's about the EAFI score itself, because the entire engine runs on students sharing this assessment of their AI fluency.
Right.
The documents note that 73% of hiring managers are reportedly using AI fluency to screen candidates now.
73%. Wow.
Yeah. So the true genius of EON isn't just the commission structure. It's that they are making students sell job market survival.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
Think about it. As AI continues to evolve, will the ultimate flex on your resume be your traditional college degree or a 3-digit AI fluency score generated by the very tools you are applying to work with?
That is such a wild thought. If the EAFI score becomes the standard, EON just got students to build their credentialing monopoly for free.
Pretty much.
Well, that's definitely something for all of you listening to mull over. Keep digging into the mechanics of the businesses around you, because you never know what kind of hidden engines are running just beneath the surface. Thanks for joining us for this deep dive. We'll catch you next time.